Oh, you can hear that?
That's all right. All right. We gonna do this thing. Whew. What's happening, y'all? We back up in here. It's your boy Carly Parshawn. Here with a little paint wet, ain't a little seasoning with some reason. Let me apologize first for being a little tardy. You know that ain't our style. But some people you make exceptions. Tell the people who you is.
I'm Jasmine Elder from Decatur, where I was voted most likely to be late in high school many years ago. My apologies.
What up, though? I was late too. I just wasn't Jasmine late.
But we here now.
But we here, y'all.
We here now, man. It's good to see y'all again, man. It's good to be back. We just gonna jump off the cliff and get right into it. No parachutes. There's Roe versus Wade. What's happening?
Ladies first.
I have a lot of feelings about this. I've been thinking about it all night. Mostly that coming to grips with the fact that it's, to me, an economic choice. At first, I know people are saying stuff like it's the handmaiden's tale and stuff like that, and I'm thinking, oh, they want to make sure that there are enough white people
That's
that are
real.
still being born.
Mm-hmm.
But then I thought about the fact that you're forcing women who are not ready to make that decision for their lives. But okay, I'm taking out all the rapes, all the molestations, all of those issues, just the straight up people who just aren't ready to be parents. And I'm thinking that you're forcing them into a life of poverty to create a new generation of people who will also be in poverty, because you need more workers. Because now everything is showing you that people are finding other ways to take care of themselves than being cogs, I guess, in
The system.
Mm-hmm. And so that's unfortunate. I mean, I have to think about how to protect myself, my daughter, but I don't know. Welcome to America.
It's a good one.
Got two sides of this. Three sides. We got the political side. I feel bad for women, so that's the other side, because they lose, the choice. But then I got a positive out of it, because maybe, just maybe, we'll start being more responsible who we lay down with.
No.
I can only hope for that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sticking the head in, I put a post up about that. Like, I don't think it's gonna happen, but I gotta say it, because you gotta hope for the best in any situation. And this is one that, it's about to get real. And a lot of y'all can't travel to go get, these procedures done. So sometimes you gotta, bruh, stop want to put the head in. Stop. You ain't doing nothing but playing yourself. You don't want to be there really. You for the hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be honest, and that could be on both sides. It's real. That slip up now could cost you 18 years.
Yeah.
At the minimum 18 years.
Yeah.
Especially for a woman, because a man, the statistics show somebody will bounce.
Yeah. I want to piggyback both of y'all. The one thing I do want to add into that is that everybody in America that ain't black, now you know. The court systems don't care nothing about people.
No.
It's all about an agenda. So, was I surprised? Yes. But am I used to it? Yes. Because I'm black. Because you see it, we see it every day. We live it every day, to where we can't fall back on the court system to do stuff, or depend on to do the right thing. So this is the first time I would say that now women, or everybody involved, especially pro-life, you know what I mean? You see now, the court don't care nothing about you if it ain't helping them. And I had the same thought process as you, They want to continue to create a middle class because the middle class is what keeps this country moving. And in order to do that, they figure, hey, well, we're going to stop them from saying they can't have no kids.
I mean, what else is affect? This affect welfare too. See,
Yeah.
nobody looked at that aspect of it because less kids, we ain't gotta give out that much money.
Right.
I don't think it's to create a middle class, though. It's to create a lower class, a working class. You need children to be abused, to be in foster care, because you need poor white people to be created who will believe all the things that that side of the political party puts into their head, that all the choices they don't have are because of blacks and Mexicans.
Right.
So you don't need an educated white class. You need a low class white class. You need them to be forced to work at Amazon. And that's not low class. Let me not say that.
I mean, but they already out there.
They're forcing them
Yeah,
to do,
they already out there. They
you
just
need
ain't
more. You need more.
they ain't publicized like
Yeah.
us,
Yeah, they're not
the
on
minorities.
TV
I say
every
that
day.
the minorities.
Yeah.
Say that part one more time.
So they're not publicized like the minorities are. Poor white people out here.
Oh, I know.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You just need more.
They don't ostracize them like
Yeah.
they do us.
You need more. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, if the mother can't go to school, if you're 15 and you have to have a baby, then she's not going to go to school. She's not going to be able to create a particular lifestyle for the child. They will end up being especially the white ones. See, black people are a little more resilient. That doesn't necessarily mean we are stopped.
Right.
Just because we're born into unfortunate circumstances. But for white people, that's not usually how they,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I like that. Nice little warm up. But we jumped over something major. Jazz, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, what you've been doing with your life in the last few years, and because you've got some pretty big things going on. So just give us a little spiel.
Okay, well, I'm Jasmine Elder. Like I said, I'm from Decatur, born and raised here. I'm a designer of plus-size women clothing and also children's clothing. In Norcross, Georgia right now is where my showroom is. I don't know. I feel after you follow that topic, it feels kind of silly to talk about making clothes.
No, because
We gonna jump all around the world.
we go all over.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's what I do.
Okay, see now.
yeah.
this
Now
is
she,
what I
now she
think.
playing. Yeah, now
see,
she playing, man.
This is why I love my people. We bring people in here.
Man, go ahead, man. Go ahead and put it out there, man.
Yeah,
Come on.
our
What have
people
you?
are humble.
What have you done? I gotta ask you like that.
Well, again, like I said, I create clothing for plus size women. Right now, the world is accepting women that are in different body types a little bit more. So my clients are getting different opportunities. So then I get different opportunities. So pretty much any TV show that you've seen that has any plus size woman as a lead, I've probably provided wardrobe for them. One of the things that have gotten the most attention for is creating the dress that the image of Breonna Taylor wore on the Vanity Fair. Yeah.
Oh, no.
And that portrait is now in the Smithsonian as well as my dress is in the Smithsonian, which is kind of exciting.
Yo, she wild.
So silly.
We had this conversation before, y'all. So it ain't new to us.
Well, it wasn't in the Smithsonian yet. So,
So what it is now.
but now it is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Afro Rican showed us the picture. They went up
Oh
there.
yeah, okay, that's awesome. But they have the actual physical dress now, and I've been doing so I'm gonna have my own part. It's a part of the portrait, but the portrait is in dual ownership with the museum in the city that she lived and the Smithsonian. But the dress will be in the actual portion that they have, I guess, for fashion designers in
That's
the
dope.
Smithsonian for the rest of my
Congratulations.
life. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, I think a lot of us, we are humble. The people we keep around us are very humble. And me and Raven talked about it before, how we don't like when people give us praises and stuff. To see it on other people is funny.
Yo, she played it like it was like,
Like, well,
I just ordered a Big Mac from McDonald's. That's how she did it.
I mean, it's just
humble.
clothes.
I mean, we get it, but I mean, you know,
But
I ain't got nothing in the Smithsonian.
Well, it's okay. I mean,
I'm just saying. She said that shit like some George just came in the door, dog. I mean, you know, I got the 6s, you know, the 5s, the 3s.
Yeah, I got dressed in the
Okay.
Smithsonian.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I am proud of that. I'm proud of that. But I'm more proud of the fact that, like, okay, I was late, but you know what? I've been fired from 42 jobs.
We passed that.
Work. No, I'm just saying how it all comes back full circle.
Okay.
I've had 42 jobs.
All right.
I've done everything from serving drinks, nannying, cleaning homes. I worked on Wall Street. I've had all these jobs, and they all led me to be able to share with the world the thing that I actually love.
That's
doing.
dope.
And so I didn't do it to be Donna Karen or Calvin Klein. I want other people of color to go towards that. And I love that about your guys' show. Like, everybody that comes on here that sells something, I buy everything. Because
That's so good. I just read up. My bad.
I try to get it because it's exciting to see people using the gift that they have to try to change their life and the lives of people around them. So that's the part I'm most proud of. Just that whatever my little thing is that I like to do, which is make clothes, ended up being something that I could do to support myself and my family.
That's dope.
What's the name of it?
Oh, Jabri. I'm sorry. I forgot about that. And Jabri, the original Jabri, was actually from College Park. He was a designer here in the 90s and the 80s, and he taught me how to sew. He had a boutique over in Little 5 Points, and he literally took this little weirdo girl out of Decatur, taught me everything I knew at that point, and then he passed away as soon as I got to college. So I named my brand after him.
Okay.
Yeah, we got A1s. We got Tote and Carry.
Yeah, Tote Carry.
We got Smithsonians. You know what I'm saying?
And humble with it.
Huh?
They ain't, they ain't wearing it all over.
They ain't even want to talk about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I ain't want to talk about that. I know one of the stories you told me, not even the story, just a lot of things you deal with when you are fitting because you have clients that come in. What is one of the main things that usually you end up having to, I won't say deal with, but you're faced with when you deal with these plus size women that come into your boutique?
Basically, I have to wash off what the world put on them sometimes. So I always tell them, like, a part of my taglines and my emails and stuff is that you have the invitations. I'm going to wardrobe you for the events, because there's lots of women who don't go to things if they're plus size because they don't have anything to wear. And these women are CEOs, they're doctors, they're lawyers, they have all these amazing careers, and, like, no one wants to be in front of a room and be tugging at some outfit that doesn't fit.
That's real.
And so when they come into my boutique, I try to make sure everything is beautiful, it's spacious enough, it's cool, I have cocktails, I have, things to make them feel comfortable and like they're in a normal shopping experience, because some of them have shopped their entire lives only being able to buy jewelry or a candle or something like that if they're shopping with their girlfriend. So I'm trying to erase whatever negative, oh my God, my stomach is so big. Like, I don't care about, that's what I do for a living. So I can help you accentuate what you want to show and kind of downplay what you don't want to show. But I have to, that takes about, a little while to make them feel more comfortable in a shopping experience without having to apologize for
Ain't judged, so
what
they're
they've
not judged. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I remember I was saying that's why we don't put pictures up on our page. We're not in the business of judging people.
Right. Yeah. So we
It's a
don't.
waste of time.
Yeah, we don't do
No.
that.
Bunch of headshots. We ain't looking for no model.
No, we're not.
You don't put pictures of yourselves?
We don't put no pictures. We don't even.
Oh.
You know how people be like, post your pitch selfies and all. We try to stay away from that because
Okay.
people get judged and all that, and you can't control what you don't see right away. So somebody might come in there and say something crazy. He might not see it. I might not see it.
Right.
So
Then we get the inbox.
Yeah.
Hey, such and such.
Yeah, we try to stay away from
go
that.
check it out.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's a lot of groups you can post your selfies on, so y'all ain't got to
Yeah.
do it on ours.
Right. I hear you.
But yeah, that's great. A beautiful career. Beautiful career.
Thank you.
I was trying to get you to get into the men, but that didn't work out.
It's coming. I feel it.
I tried to put.
You know what
She
I'm
did
saying?
a couple suits. They turned out.
it's coming. It's
Yeah,
coming. We
man.
gonna be
Yeah,
going
we
out
got-
there. We going to Norcross
Yeah.
to get fitted. You know what I'm saying? It's coming. It's coming. I put it in the air.
Yeah. Moving on. Let's talk about how do you all feel about younger kids being vaccinated?
Ladies first.
Well, do you have any younger children? Sorry.
No, I got grandchildren though.
Okay.
But-
I do. I have a 5-year-old. She's vaccinated because I had to basically flip a coin to decide, do I believe this or do I believe that?
We all, all
And
of
it
us
was-
had to.
Right. Right. Everyone
Yeah,
had to do
everybody
that.
had to.
So I just went with what I felt, what I felt was my best option, because have been ill with it.
Okay.
I have family members who were ill with it, and I just could not. I just felt like I couldn't take that chance with my child.
I understand that.
Yeah.
My view of it is this: if you got it done, why wouldn't you get it done for your child?
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you go out in the public, it's because we ain't sit down.
Right.
If you didn't, you still have to ask yourself, what am I exposing myself to that I might bring home?
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all about like she said, what you really feel you should do. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember when it first broke, I wouldn't go around my mother. I didn't see my mother for 2 years
Right.
because I wasn't vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? So when it all broke and all that, I was like, nah, I'm good. My mom was like, well, I ain't coming to see you. I was like, I get it. So it all depends on, I think for them kids, it all depends on the life of the parents. Because kids go to school and get that shit, and it's based off somebody's parents. The
Right.
kids ain't walking around, they ain't in the club
Right.
and all that, but the
Yeah.
parents is, you know what I'm saying? So,
Their
like with
parents
kids,
work too.
yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, but
yeah, they in the world.
they in the world. The
You're
kids
right.
usually your kids go from school to the crib. You know what I'm
The
saying?
kids not smoking hookah.
Yeah, they ain't doing that. I mean, they might be doing it in the crib though. The video ain't dropped yet. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause they got non-nicotine shisha and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But on some you got to think about that. Like that's how they get it, man. So
Yeah.
I never put a lot of thought into it, but to hear y'all talk about it is kind of like,
I don't
I
know.
think about it, I do. Definitely, it's about the choice with the kids and the ones that I feel like when we talk about vaccinations, speaking of like the things that we normally did, just as a regular to get into school, you had to have these vaccinations to get into school. So when this one came along, especially for just in the kids' sake, to be like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. It's kind of like, well, what's the harm in it? And then their bodies are still,
I mean, I can't say there ain't no harm in it because I don't,
we don't know.
I mean, but
Nobody
that's the
knows.
thing. Like, do you want to take that science project to your kids?
Or homeschool, which one? And
Which I
what
did.
in most
You see
people
what I'm
ended
saying?
up doing
Like,
anyway.
Yeah, some people say, you know what? Like, I'm not mad at a parent said, look, I ain't do it. I just pull my kid
Yeah,
out,
I'm not mad at all.
and we'll do it like that.
And my child basically told me, "Mommy, I have no friends," and that was so heartbreaking because
It stopped. Yeah.
And she ran when
But
I told her
she had to go to school?
No, to get the shot.
Oh, for real?
She took it like
Yeah.
Let's go.
She
I'm
didn't
ready to get up
cry.
out this
Yeah,
house.
kids ain't trying to hit
They
none of
couldn't
that, man.
believe
They don't.
They want to play.
she did not even wince. She was so. She said, "Now can I have friends?" That was
What?
She said that. At
I
the
mean,
doctor's
shit.
office.
You got to
Can I
think
have
about it, bro. Like
Wow.
my grandkids, man, they was locked down.
friends?
You know what I'm saying? They was in the house. They had each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
So
And I only have one child, and she was 5, so
Yeah.
she was in the cold. She literally never got to go to school.
right.
She's watching TV, seeing other kids, and like playing with a 40-year-old mom.
You see what I'm saying? Like kids,
She's over
it ruined a lot. I ain't gonna say it ruined them, but it set them back alone. They was
Yeah.
running to get back to school for a minute.
Yeah.
They was like, all right, I'm over that school shit, but I got to see John.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
So I mean,
Whatever I have to
Right.
do.
think
I'm
about
gonna
it,
go
bro.
to
We ain't
school.
go through that. Where
You're
you know what I'm
right.
saying?
You're right.
So,
To take that away from,
hell yeah.
especially at that age, before you even gone to real school.
And unless you really sat your kid down and explained to him what was going on,
And you
because
can't.
some parents
You still
did.
can't.
They just like, you can't go to school. Go back, go to bed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With this little computer gonna come, we gonna cheat you through school, and we gonna get to the next grade.
Oh, you say
Yo, think about it. In the next 15 years, man,
It's gonna be sad.
you got
I mean,
COVID.
they already can't
you
count
got
change.
you got COVID educated kids.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an issue.
So it's
That's different.
and I ain't saying they gonna all of them gonna be, but some of them, hey, I hear the stories at work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, okay, let me grade your kid in, make sure. But
What kind of you say you stay?
you know what I'm saying? Okay. So you didn't care at all, huh? You just let them go on through it.
Whatever.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
But
All right. Let's move on. This question here is, I think it's gonna get a little bit of a little action. In general, do people think men are still easy? When I say easy,
glad we got life for a minute. That COVID shit almost depressed me.
When I say easy, I mean, easy gonna jump in that sack quicker, which is he gonna do the little things. It's funny because if somebody put up a post the other day, this woman was talking about how she gets free meals because it's expected that the guy comes with the expectation of him having
He gonna
sex
hit,
with her.
yeah.
So in that sector, are men still easy?
Men are easy when their care level is low. If they set out for something and they know what they can do to get it done, they'll listen to all the bullshit. Yeah, okay, all right, just to get to what they need. But if they really into it, nah.
Yeah, a little bit more work.
Yeah.
And it's funny when you put up that more resistance, the more that it's thrown at you.
I've been called gay and everything else.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, can a woman set out on a man because she focus on a man and get him? Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Same as with a man with a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think when a man, as he really cares, he's not that easy.
Right.
I don't think so.
And that comes with maturity. I'm not even gonna say age. That comes with maturity.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah.
The worst thing for a woman is for a man to realize he's important too. I think that's the worst thing for a woman because he actually shows his when a man shows his principles and standards, shit get different. You can't throw that pussy at him like that,
Right.
and he gonna roll with it.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad on the P word. My bad. I mean, that's just real though. He can be like, okay,
Yeah.
what else?
Right. Okay. 'Cause especially nowadays, 'cause it's everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you can get some vagina easily.
Vagina.
I mean, Smithsonian didn't like it that I threw the P word out there. I mean, but
What you got, Jay? How you feel on that?
I think that okay. Now, I'm not going to say men are still easy. Like you said, men with certain intentions are easy. Just like women with certain intentions are easy. So if you're trying to, get sex from a man, you've already decided that that's all you want.
yeah, you already there.
And so it's not, it doesn't matter really what he thinks of you because you've already decided what you
Yo,
want.
your mind made up.
Right.
Right. But if it's someone you like, I don't think it matters. I've been with people and waited a year with my daughter's father.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't his function.
I get that then. I get that.
Okay.
Yeah. See?
That's interesting.
Think about it, bro. Like, when you was in your 20s, and my man said that. Shout out to Kerry Cobra. When you was 18 to 25, he said, you ain't give a damn. You found what it was, and you went with that. You don't even hear half of the shit she said. You found out what it was you liked, that you went with that.
Right.
Now that you 44, you like.
And I'm not saying that both parties don't still do what they do.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean, grown people making grown
Right.
decisions.
Right.
Yeah, we ain't.
Yeah.
Yeah. But 44, you like,
It's a report card there. Let me check this off.
man, what?
You say, oh, you graduated when?
Like you
Oh,
start
okay.
listening to shit she said what she did in her past. you
Right.
Like,
What your mama do for work?
right.
Like, you're going through all of that stuff.
Like so, I don't know, man. I wouldn't say men are we easier than a woman would be, but I don't say we easy.
Nah. At our age, no, you shouldn't be.
It's just
at this
everywhere now.
age.
Like
Yeah.
sex is easy.
Yeah.
You just gotta find the sex you want.
Now,
that give you a little trouble, but
That's
sex
what
is easy.
That's when the sampling come in a little golden corral, little buffet.
But like the young lady said on the show, well, I think she was wrong though. Men, a lot of men do go out with the expectations. If I take her here, I'm a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what we do, what they do.
I was finna say.
But us as men, I'm
in
generalizing.
general,
Yeah.
right.
Some men actually do like to be just cool with women, like Kenny Gore said. She said she got her own boy. They go out, eat, whatever, go separate ways. Like that's possible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it take the man to pipe the woman down for that to happen. Because she might go into it like, I know you gonna, and he be like, that ain't even my thing with you.
Right.
I just think you cool. You know what I'm saying? I done heard went feeling like that before. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. Put your shirt back on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I done had it happen to me before. Women go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
She come back. I'm ass naked in the bed. You know what I'm saying? She like, whoa, what we doing?
What are you
We
doing,
going back
baby?
down. We going back downstairs, bro. Oh, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Can you hand me my drawers? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like you said, maturity, man.
It's mature, and I think women take that harder to be
rejected.
To be rejected.
Absolutely.
They take it harder.
Hey, what's wrong with me, girl? That's what I
Right.
had on. He didn't want
He
it.
didn't want it, and it, like you say, it's not always about that. I think a lot of times people don't understand that. Sometimes you just like somebody's chemistry, you like their energy, and like to be around them, and it doesn't have to be surrounded around sex. And that's when the question was posed. You should. Well, I'm not gonna say you shouldn't, but when you're dating, yes, you have an objective when you go. But I can't honestly say that my main objective, because if I'm sexually turned on by you and we go out and you say something that turns me off, I'm done. I'm not gonna still try to get it at that point. And so, regardless of how much money I spend, and I think that's all part of the game, because if she's just there and she was like, I'm finna get me a nice meal at this restaurant that I've been watching, you know, and she say, well, I guess I may just give him something later on, depending on how he talk.
Mm-mm.
I'm about to say, I don't think that's real.
It's already okay.
It's made
From
up
a
on
woman's
it's
perspective.
made up on a conversation.
It's
A look,
already decided, though. You already
Before
knew.
you go.
Yeah, you already knew before you went.
see,
And I think the difference now, even with that, the way that question is asked, like 20 years ago, you would have never said, "Are men easy?" Because
you'd have known.
Because no, not really, because men were generally the hunters.
That's real.
And so
That's
now
real.
at this age, but also in this era, women have taken.
They got aggressive.
Not just aggressive. They don't need you like that. They
Well,
don't-
I don't.
we
I
don't need the meal.
What?
We don't need
I don't.
the.
You know what? I just seen something the other day and it made perfectly sense to me. There's not been a woman in my life that didn't need me in some way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now it might not
in
have
some
been
ways.
financial. It might have been a change of tire. It might have been to come over and kill a bug. But
Right.
a woman and a man always needs each other in,
Okay,
in some way.
in a spiritual
yeah,
way.
in some way.
I will
Yeah.
agree with you.
Yeah.
But I'm saying in the way that even to ask a question like that, even when you start back when we're talking about Roe versus Wade, like these women, the way that we are at this point, or
Yeah.
even these young girls, when I listen, I actually like the city girls.
Right.
Not because
Who are the city girls?
the little
Who is it?
rappers.
Oh, I
and
don't-
the
She
reason
said
that
the little rappers.
the reason that I like them, not that I listen to it, I like that they basically have decided that they are creating a value for themselves,
Okay.
right? So when you think about
Somebody send me a city girl song because I don't know who that is.
No, don't waste
couldn't
your time.
even, I
Don't
couldn't
waste your
even,
time.
yeah, it's
Don't waste
it's a
your
little bit outside of our age range. It's kind of like
Don't waste your time.
It's like,
it's
I mean,
like-
I
it's
want to hear
like-
it, but somebody
it's
send me a
like
song.
Little Kim for 20-year-olds, maybe.
Oh,
Today's 20-year-old.
sexual. Oh,
Yeah,
sex
today's
rap.
20
But it's not
yeah.
it's not really sex rap. It's transactional rap. It's transactional as far as like their presence is in exchange for finances, basically. So they've decided that is their trade-off,
Oh, okay.
right? So women do not require men as far as survival anymore. So we don't need you to open a bank account for us. We don't need you to, and it's not just, I mean, survival. So I'm not talking about killing a bug because technically,
Right. I'm trying to sit with that because the narrative in today's society from the new era people is that was actually is through generations the provider. Women are very vocal on he has to be a provider. So I'm hearing what you're saying, but the narrative that's being painted is he has to be a provider. He has to be a provider. So he has to have this,
provider or protector.
see that is, and it's a difference. But everything they're talking about, they're definitely not talking about protector because they talking about money.
Protection includes finances.
But in the way I
To
agree,
me,
I
to
agree,
me.
I agree, I agree.
Okay.
Because if you can afford this and that, it's to protect
And
me,
if I feel
neighborhood,
safe.
everything, absolutely. But
Safe
the way
with
they're
your-
using it, they're not thinking about that aspect. They're thinking about the financial
cash.
cycle. That's all they say. I'm going by what they say.
So that,
you know what I'm
that
saying?
may be a woman who's having a lack in
Women,
that.
women,
who
yeah.
have a lack in that particular
They don't know the difference.
section. Okay, some.
So we're gonna be fair. Yeah, we're gonna be fair because men don't know the difference down either. So I mean,
So I'm gonna go through from my friends.
Right, okay.
My friends right now are not in a situation where we need
right?
but we want.
Absolutely. Y'all understand that.
And we
yeah.
want protection. And
Right.
the protection is not like, oh, I'm going to beat somebody up.
Right.
It's protection
a feeling.
that, I feel safe
Right.
that you're
Security.
not going to get us arrested. I
Right.
feel safe that you can drive us home and you
And
make
decision
a
making.
good decision.
Absolutely.
If you're
Yeah.
going to drink,
That's what
you
I'm
know,
talking
I
about.
need,
You all right with me?
and I also need to know that you're not going to gamble our mortgage away.
Right. I can go to
So
sleep
that-
and know I ain't gonna wake up with the police at the door.
Exactly.
I got you.
So
I
that's
got you.
the protection that
Yeah.
encompasses.
Right.
Well, I
Our
buy a lot of
finances.
shoes, and
Okay. And then that's why you know you have to have.
I mean, but you got to protect the mind, body, and the spirit.
yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm
For sure,
saying? So I
for
mean, I get what you're saying. It just when I hear it, a woman don't need a man, and then
Like that.
because when a man will turn around and say that same bullshit,
Right.
and I'm not you.
No, that's
You know what I'm
fine.
saying? And
I'm
they
not
be like,
offended.
I can pay all my bills. I can meal prep. Like I said, I heard a man say this shit. I can meal prep, this and that, cleaners, all this. He was like, what else can you provide me besides sex? And so she said, well, I can make your house a home. That's kind of a, in my world.
It's a non-tangible
yeah,
thing.
in
but
my
it's a
world,
thing.
I'm like, that ain't it.
But
Because,
it-
But it's a
is
lot.
it?
Yeah, it's a
It's-
lot
it's-
that
Yeah.
encompasses that.
I
And they're
understand that.
very intangible.
But being one that lives on his own,
Mm-hmm.
that ain't it. You can't say that to me because I feel my house is my home. So all you're gonna do is add to that. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
okay.
Okay.
So it's not that I need you to come in and change the color of the walls.
So you don't need it.
Right.
I
But you want
would
it.
I would want it.
Okay.
You know what I'm
want
saying?
it.
But
Right.
you know what I'm
So go
saying?
down the
So
same
when you
avenue.
said to me, I just be like, well, what else? It's like, okay, because you can make a house a home. You could change the wallpaper in this motherfucker. 'Cause there ain't no kids coming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can cook. So I'm like, if we start breaking it down, I'm not that petty to do that, but I'm just saying, like, if we take that off the table, what else?
Because once you get to the specifics of it, then it's not even about that aspect. It's more of how y'all get along with each other.
Absolutely.
And
You
that
know what I
is
mean?
what
And
makes
that's
it a
what,
home.
Yeah.
that's what makes it
And
a
you
home.
wanna come
So
there because
in that
you enjoy
conversation,
her-
that
her
won't come up.
presence.
I hope
Because
not.
we're talking about,
Yeah.
tangible
house at home,
things.
huh?
Right. Yeah. So
I mean,
it's
that's
I'm
just
moving
the
my
way
mama
they-
in this motherfucker. What you talking about?
Well, when you're
definitely won't be getting no woman.
Ain't me. My mama sleep downstairs. It's my house.
I want to walk around naked. I
Right.
want your mom to see my son.
Ain't no walk around naked. But I'm just saying, like,
Right.
I hear that and I respect it. It's just that I guess for me it's just like, oh, okay, you can,
Crossbow, what you got, dog?
know,
I see you in
and
there.
I don't want
What
to
you
say
got?
a maid
Yeah,
and shit,
he
like,
in
but
there,
you know,
a maid, right? An indentured servant
like, damn,
in exchange for.
I don't want that because I be on TikTok too much lately because I'm out right now, you know, and it's fucking me up. You know what I'm saying? I just seen a lady on TikTok
Put that
say,
phone down,
yeah,
bruh.
she was like, I don't want a man at all unless he's very much to be an adult. She said she don't want to clean up
I
after
saw
him.
that.
You see
one.
that shit?
Yeah, she's right.
Like she went through some shit.
And
I was
you
just
couldn't
like,
even, you scratched your head like, damn, she's right. Right?
but then I went through her page.
But that's a lady who would say
Hold on.
she's looking for an easy man.
Yeah,
because
but-
that's all she would
'cause
want.
that's all she want,
She
yeah.
decided that you
and
provide no
I went to
other
her
value.
page. I seen 2 kids, and I ain't seen no man.
Okay,
So I put that with trauma.
it can be
Yeah,
trauma.
but the way
absolutely.
she was speaking some shit, bro, I was like, I feel half of the shit she said.
she
bro.
was
Yeah.
right.
Like she was talking about, I don't want to make your goddamn
I don't
doctor's
wanna help-
appointments.
yeah, you need
Like
to
she
be
won't
an
do none of that
adult.
shit. She's like, you
She's
need to be an
right.
adult. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, I get it, but
it can feel
How
like
does it-
indentured servitude at some point.
Yeah.
And that's why when I'm saying if a man is easy, that's all she's looking for.
Right.
She's decided that men provide no other value for her.
That's-
so if
yo,
she
you-
wants sex, then she's not looking to talk to you. She
yeah,
doesn't
she
care about your shoe
none of that
collection.
shit, dog.
Right.
I was
She
like,
just-
God damn.
Yeah.
Just meet and go.
She just wants what she wants
She wants you to be an adult all the way through.
in order to be in her life.
To be with her,
permanently.
yeah, to be with
or
her.
she's just coming for just the
Get
sex.
Get that action.
Yeah, I watched the
And
whole
go
thing
home.
and I was like, damn.
I'm glad you saw that. And I wonder do men watch
Yo, I
videos
was
like
hell
that?
yeah, I watched that shit.
Because
I'm
I
out
don't.
right now.
I
I
feel
watch
like
everything.
some of y'all will just let it go over your head and like demonize her in the comments.
a
or whatever.
lot of men in the comments, first thing they said was, "Oh, who hurt her? Who did
Okay.
that?" And I was like,
And?
"Okay, but if she making it, when a man get hurt, you make certain decisions,
Right.
that so it won't happen again.
Exactly.
I ain't never giving up all this money no more, blah blah blah."
Right.
So she just did the same thing,
And she's saying for her,
and
this
she
is what
got
I
tore to
want.
pieces. And I was like,
it was lots of comments from women saying, "Dang, but
I
I
agree with
do.
her. Yup.
Yeah, she's
Yup.
right.
A lot of-
But I am going home to cook.
Yup.
Like they're saying,
Yeah.
they're still gonna do the stuff. I'm still gonna be a servant.
Yeah, I think a lot of women like to do that. I think
It's
they
my
bring
kink.
that. That's something that you stand on. Like
Mm-hmm.
we were talking about, I stand on being one of my women to feel protected,
Yeah.
to feel secure when we go places. I won't make bad decisions based on what we're doing. And
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of women, that's their side of it. I want to make sure that he's taken care of within this home.
Yes,
So
I've realized this is weird, but I think it's my kink. Like I
for what,
think,
to homemaker.
yeah,
I can see
think
that.
so.
Ain't no
Because
wrong
it's
with that.
like I'll go through periods when I don't even have that type of person in my life, and or
Right.
I'm dealing with so much other stuff with them, I don't get a chance to provide
Right.
that. But like right now,
Betty Crocker.
I'm 3 meals a day, homemade bread, all of that.
See, ain't nothing wrong
'Cause
with it.
I
but,
love
but it
that.
make you feel
Right.
good to do
Right,
it.
I
So-
sew for a living.
You see what I'm
So,
saying?
Of course, that's
right.
a part
That's
of,
part
of
of
who
it.
I am.
Absolutely, I got you.
Until you mess it up.
Right then, next thing you know, be like, hungry down here.
Right.
Well, nigga.
you better get you some grub
Right.
some DoorDash.
You had to drink and drive. So
Right.
now I know.
I was asked a
Right.
question earlier, dog, on what kind of relationship I want.
Mm-hmm.
And my only answer was what I really feel. Like, she ain't got to be rich. She ain't got to be poor. She ain't gonna hope she ain't poor.
Mm.
I just need her to want me for me. I just want her to want me.
Fancy.
And that brings everything she ever need out of me. Just want me. That's
I
it.
just had this conversation.
Yeah,
last
that's
night.
it. Just you into me. You don't necessarily need me. I don't need you.
Right.
We are here
It's
because we
timing.
want to be around
And
each
it
other.
has
That's
everything
it.
to do with timing.
I was just like, yo, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's a fantasy.
I can't.
You can't. You don't have to.
Yeah,
but
I can't.
The more I talk to men, I'm realizing when I ask men like, what is it that they're looking, not necessarily what they're looking for, but like, what do you like about this person? Even when men describe their mothers, who they love more than anything.
I don't have that same story.
Me
Okay.
neither.
Oh well, gosh. This is
Got the
Yeah.
wrong
wrong
guy.
audience.
I love my mother. Don't get
Yeah,
me
I
wrong.
love my mama.
We ain't always
She's
been
not-
what we
we
are
ain't
today.
tight,
Yeah,
tight.
yeah.
Well, some men.
You
Their
might want to stay
mother
away
is-
from them.
She like,
mamas.
well, this ain't gonna go over well.
I know. Like I feel like I'm gonna save this point for another audience. Check my schedule.
She like, damn, I didn't think he was gonna say that.
I know. Well, I was gonna say that it becomes when men describe women that they really love,
To be their mother.
is the things she does,
Yeah.
not who she is. So then it's a fantasy to me for you to say, "Oh, I love that she's so funny," because funny can be that she entertains me.
Yeah.
I love that she can cook. That's a service. I
Right.
love that she's a good mother. That's a service.
Right.
I love that whatever your sexual situation is, that's a service.
So it has absolutely nothing to do with your personality.
No, it's what you provide for women. Now, men.
Yeah, yeah. I'm about to say personality
if
mean a
you-
lot to us.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't
Absolutely.
know that when it's
Yeah.
when I ask that question, I don't think they do it on purpose. It's just the first thing that comes to mind when they start to.
A man will give a woman an answer that he won't give his friends, and vice
Okay.
versa.
So,
You know what I'm saying? Because
okay,
they
so you
look
tell
at it
me.
coming from you, it might be an interview.
But I don't mean it like that.
I'm just saying that's just how we do.
Okay.
And then we talking to our friend Dolo, we might tell them all kind of different shit. Like, but did you just say in the room?
Okay.
Like, I mean, y'all, I
So
didn't
they
want to look like a
think-
creep while she was in there. You know what I'm
I
They
saying?
mean,
might
like,
think
hey,
that
look,
we
that's
want
my-
to hear that. You think
Absolutely.
So you think men think women want to hear that you want a woman who can cook? Like, why would you think? No, who cares about that? Not to say that you don't want her to be able to cook, but that's a service. So you can hire that as a servant.
Some men.
But if that's you, everybody has a preference,
Mm-hmm.
and if that is a preference and it goes along the line of servitude, then you're not gonna go out and be like, no, I'm fine with somebody that don't.
There's not a person
Okay.
walking this earth that won't get crucified for their preference.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I just want
So,
I want that list to include the things that when we describe men that we love.
absolutely. See, women
It's-
gonna tell you the truth.
It's
Men gonna
generally
be like,
Yeah.
not. It's not
Yeah,
like,
the
oh my
things
God, he
that-
puts gas in my car.
Yeah.
You would never say he puts gas in your car. You would say he's
He takes
A
care of
provi-
my
He take care. He take care of everything I
Right.
need.
I
to.
know
Right.
I can rely on
Yeah.
him. I know I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah, men gonna simplify it all the way
Yeah,
down. Just
yeah.
some straight
I like her
bullshit.
pancakes.
Real simple.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
simple.
nigga. Man,
So-
I went to
Tacos,
yo.
them
She
tacos,
she washed my clothes.
Right.
dog. That-
She washed-
Right.
oh my
That was
That's
almost
it.
better than my mama.
Okay.
You know what I'm
That's all
saying? Like,
it
yeah,
took.
man
So
gonna take
maybe that we're saying the same thing and
Just different.
maybe y'all are itemizing the list a little
Yeah,
bit.
we
that makes it-
micromanaging, and
Okay.
y'all just say the
Yeah,
We're
broad.
man,
saying
I'm-
like, oh, he's this kind of person.
The man might say, you know, he might dig the flight. She might have bought him some flowers, and that might have blew his mind. He had never tell his homeboy that.
Never. Or I don't know that he'll tell her that either.
She'd know,
You think?
but
Yeah.
she'd know because he gonna take care of the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, homeboy, dang man, what? I ain't seen you out in a minute, dog. Where you been at?
I just been chilling,
You
man.
been with that girl? Nah, you been with that girl, man.
Yeah, you got to get it out of her. Yeah, man, we been together, man. Yeah, we been together. Yeah. You know, it's been a little quality time.
Jay, it's funny. I'm glad we got on this subject. I wanted to ask you: do you think it's harder for independent women to date?
To date with purpose, maybe a little harder. It's not harder to date. I mean, because
You can go out with anybody.
you can go out all the time.
You mean what? Like, what's your definition of date?
When I say date, like you said, with purpose, with the
intention of some
getting
point
a
of
relationship.
Yeah, that's a little. I mean,
Is it harder for women like you to do that now?
yeah. Yep.
Just that easy, huh?
Yep.
What are some of the reasons behind that?
Some of it might just be with age, like just things I know now that I didn't know when I was 20, and just so I mean, I think I was independent then too, probably, but I was still a little bit more, had a little more stars in my eyes. I'm still a Hallmark, fairy tale type of girl. I still want
You
that.
shit on mine, but it's cool. You can have your little cards.
Yeah,
It's cool.
I still want all those things. It's just meeting black men that are
I know that's right.
currently, and I'm in Atlanta, so it's like I don't know where the people are that are listening to your show. Maybe they're in Kansas, and it could be a totally different pool there. But here, being a woman that might have your own ability to live independently from a man can come as a I'm trying to figure out how to word it.
So hilarious.
She is going all around the
Might
neighborhood.
be able to. You what?
Yeah, it can come as like a threat, I guess.
It can
appear.
intimidate them. Yeah.
So I never even say, like, that's funny. You like, oh, you're home. I always say, they say, what do you do for a living? I say, I'm a dressmaker. Always.
'Cause think about it, bro.
I've never told any man that I'm a
Yeah.
designer in my
If
life.
you tell everybody,
Never.
if you tell people what who your clients have been, and
No,
It ain't even
I
that.
never.
Like, what if a man be like, yo, what's your biggest
No.
accomplishment in life? And that might ain't be it.
no, she
No.
wouldn't say that.
But I'm saying, if she happened to just, I mean,
No, I keep a dent in my car on purpose.
Okay.
I like to look, I
you
don't-
shouldn't have to do that, though.
should.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
You
why
asked
we
me
do?
the
Why we
But I've
doing
heard
this?
that
That
before.
was
Wait a
your
minute.
question?
I've heard
Where
it
did that?
before.
In the front. I like it right there in the front.
Yo, I ain't messing with you.
I hit my own garage.
You like, I'm
On
good.
purpose. Boom.
Right on.
I just leave it there.
I've heard that before, though.
Yeah.
I've heard that
Damn.
before. Yeah, and I'm like, wow, but it's the same story. Men being intimidated by women. I had a friend that her car, she had a nice car, and she said she didn't want people to know what kind of car she drove, so she would make sure the guy would leave before she would leave.
Yeah.
And one time she said this guy was insisting in walking her to her car, so she was like, all right, walked her to the car. She said the next time they were supposed to hang out, he flaked on her.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, she was like, what happened? He finally came up and was like, you driving something like that? What can I do for you?
All right.
See,
So
I don't.
you're being punished.
I
now.
guess I don't look at none of that shit. But
I
hey,
don't.
man,
I don't
you know,
either,
I
bro.
guess with you can call me cocky or whatever,
You gotta believe in
arrogant.
yourself.
I just be like, yo, shit, I'm a man, you a woman. We can figure this out. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit.
Yeah,
I
put
don't
up with
care.
my Toyota Tercel and you have
You know
your-
what I'm saying? And
we
who
get back
driving?
on together, right?
Who
what
driving?
we doing?
That's all I need to know. Who drive?
And as I say, women ain't as tight on their dollar as we are. Like, I don't think.
I ain't gonna say that.
No. If a woman is into you, she will hand that purse over with the quickness. She, like you said, with that car, she gonna hand that keys over with the quickness. Us, if I work hard to get this vet, and she be like,
Never
baby, let me
touch
take the vet out. Nah.
What you mean? You want to pull out the driveway? What you doing?
Right,
What we
right.
Yeah.
It's a little different when
Materialistic
it comes to
shit.
that. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I get
so-
it. It depends on what it is.
Yeah.
And I prefer in my dating. Now I haven't made it this far because I've never been married. But in my dream scenario, my partner pays for everything we need. And that way, and I can live on your budget.
Okay.
So that's fine. So whatever house you can afford, whatever utilities you can afford, and then I will pay for everything that we want.
Right.
Which means the most beautiful life, because my resources.
Because you got, you're different. Your pocket's different. With it, even though you got it,
and you're doing what you want versus necessity.
So,
so I can splurge more.
So he handled this, you handle everything.
You will never feel small because you're putting a roof over my head.
Right.
You're putting a roof over my head. So if you want a vintage, whatever fancy car that I don't even care about.
Excuse me, baby. Is this alpaca?
Right.
I mean, okay, shit.
That's the way I feel it should be.
Hey, dog, come over to my house right quick. I gotta show you something. I'm Denzel in the neighborhood.
You'll never have to feel small.
We all be down there rubbing that motherfucker. I see why he was tripping.
Right. That's why you ain't been showing up. Right. That's why you ain't been hanging out no more. Talking about I'm tired. You ain't tired. You running on to that moment.
I'm going to lay on the alpaca.
It's a choice.
Oh man. Okay. Let's talk about now. We doing good segues today.
Yeah, let's go.
We're talking about friends, man. How do you get to a friend? How do you continuously try to support a friend and get into their mind and help them when they continuously make bad decisions? How do you deal with that?
Mind your business.
Oh,
patiently. I made this mistake recently. For like the last 5 years, the worst decision I ever made was helping too quick. And I think my friend, my brother, hasn't made a right decision since. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, like I think me being a brother, a friend to him, I should have helped him in another way. I really feel like that. I should have helped him in another way.
So you feel you enabled him?
Yeah. I think I put him in a situation where things haven't worked the way it should have for him versus if he would have did the opposite of what he did. If he would have thought logically versus with his emotions, I think things for him would be different. Absolutely. Yeah.
That's a good point. I think when you are dealing with your friends, and I'll say this, I have friends in certain sections, certain areas in my life. And some of those friends, I deal with them respectively in the space that they're in. Just being real. So if I know it's a friend that they real tight with their personal, their private, and this and that, those are the type of people that when they need help, they not going to ask.
Right.
So for me, I'm going to try to push.
You got to figure out a way to get
to try to help you without having to make you feel like, oh man, I don't need that. I don't want that, this and that. And on the flip side, when you have somebody that's just continuously doing the wrong things, like, I'm okay to help, but I'm not going to be your crutch.
Right.
So it comes to a point to where once I see that you are now codependent on me for whatever it is, I can't do that no more. I got to cut you off.
Right.
Now, we can still be cool, and usually when that happens,
you ain't cool.
They fall off.
Right. I mean,
so was that really your friend?
I just seen something else, man. I've been on internet crazy. And the dude was like, if my no makes you upset with me, you didn't.
I saw that.
You know what I'm saying? You're not there for me. You there for what the relationship is to you. And I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. Yeah. And dealing with my friends, I always tell them the flip side of whatever the hell they doing. Yo, whatever. Hey, look, you can go at this. But I'm telling you, this is a possibility. We need to rethink this. I had to stop talking to my friends in feelings and talking to them in logic, because the feeling shit will have you out in the street looking crazy because you was emotionally so invested on how you felt. You didn't even take a minute to just think how many people out here dead, bro, because somebody was wrapped up in their feelings and they grabbed a gun and they shot somebody. And logically, they could have been like, it wasn't even that deep. Once they calmed down and shit, it wasn't even that deep. But you done changed your whole life in that matter of a minute. So I try to always talk to my friends in logic, especially when they call me and, oh man, this bitch, this and that. I stop that shit right there. Like, hold on, bro. that was your boo thing.
Yeah.
2 hours ago.
Day,
You know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute, we gonna back up. I got a picture y'all posted yesterday. She can't be the she can't be the bitch today. Not on my phone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when it come to like, if you making financial problems now, I got you once, maybe twice. But hey, my money come with my opinion. That's what my homeboy put that in my head. So if you don't want to hear that part, don't call me. So
I still say mind your business.
it's mind your business.
Only because I have been historically a friend that is taking out the rowboat.
Right.
And it
put you in a bad place.
Yes, puts me in a bad place.
Hell yeah. That energy transference is real.
I'm carrying all of your stuff and like you said, tomorrow y'all taking another picture.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm all invested and I done put a police report in for you.
You
like,
see what I'm saying?
mind my business.
You like, yo.
So y'all go deeper than we do. That stuff like y'all be doing some deep stuff. Else we be like, dude, go sit your ass down.
Go sit your ass down.
Go sit down.
Like, hey man, yeah,
but y'all be
women be like, hey, we going to the police station.
Right.
So
But you know what? One thing about that I respect, you find out how real she is about whatever she talking about.
Yep. Who with you?
Because if he bust you in the head and be like, well, shit, let's go to the station. Wait. Oh, shit, you on some other shit. What, you need a towel or something?
I just, even with, like you said, financial, it's just, you can give your opinion if they ask. I'm learning to keep that to myself unless you specifically ask.
I know that's right.
And, I'm not going to say do what I say or, but it's kind of like I'm telling you what I think. You ask me. And so whatever choice you make, it's on you.
You always ask them what answer they want. Like, man, who you want, man? You want Ralph or you want Mr. Hall? I need it. Like, which one you want? Because we about to get wrong with this. Right. I need to know how sensitive you gonna be, because I'm gonna tell you eventually you fucking up. You know what I'm saying?
Orlando says, start helping people that don't want to be helped.
Absolutely.
It ain't that they don't want to be helped.
They don't know how.
They just don't. The moves they making is just it's wrong. It ain't that they don't want to be helped.
They don't know how to. And some people don't know how to accept help.
And they don't. And it's not that they don't appreciate what you do. It's just that they next move.
They already made it.
Yeah, and you like, yo, I just fucked you by helping you with that.
With that, right?
Yeah. So it just, some people just, they need.
I have been.
I need you to hold their hands.
You've been what?
Recommending therapy.
Yeah.
I have like all of my friends honestly go to therapists now, but I have been like when people start talking crazy.
Like, yo, I got somebody for you to talk to.
Yeah, like that's outside of my scope.
Right.
Unless you talk now, if you're on like drugs or you got like a substance abuse problem or something, I might be a little bit more willing to listen for a little longer. But at the end of the day, you're gonna have to find a professional.
What kind of drugs we talking?
Anything that prohibits you from being able
to. Because you can't come at me talking about something. I've been doing cocaine. Right. I tell you, this we gonna do.
Right now.
We going now.
Right now.
Yeah. Drugs, not weed.
Because I don't know. Hey, I ain't gonna make it in today.
You can't.
I got a trip to make.
You can't tell me you got it in control.
Right. Now I'm coming. Now that's the only time that I don't mind my business. If it's something that you are being harmed or a child is in danger. Yeah. Drugs or alcohol going too far.
I listen to the words, man.
Yeah.
I need to hear the pain in the words. Because if I hear the right words, man, I'll be like
kill myself.
Definitely that shit. Yeah. If I hear that shit, you can be talking on the phone. I'll be knocking on the door. Like, hello? I'm at the door. But I kind of listen for that to see if you done pretty much gave up. You can hear it. You know what I'm saying, in the pain. Like somebody just they breathing different and shit like that. You be like, yo, I gotta get involved in this, but I gotta do it strategically because I can't take that transfer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's really my thing right now. That transfer bothers me.
Yeah. As a real friend, you gonna feel you feel your friends what they going through.
Right.
And especially it is a little bit of selfishness to say I don't want to feel that, so let me do what I need to do to help you.
That's why I made the decisions I made. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, just pray for me.
But even in that, do you feel like some people, like you was telling me, some people would get upset because you were very private with who you know
how they visit me.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you feel like
no.
Okay.
because in respecting what somebody has going, if you care for them, you respect their wishes. Okay. That's it. That's all. Because you can care for them from a distance. If they asking you, like, look, this is what I need from you.
Right.
That's what they need.
Right.
So for you to overstep your boundary for your sake, because at the point that's for you.
Yeah. That's a good point.
If you pretty much on my end, you're gonna irritate me.
Yeah.
So
I'm like that about my birthday. What you want for your birthday? Nothing. Well, we gonna do this.
like-
We gonna do that. You wasn't listening.
You wasn't listening. Yeah, you just didn't listen at all.
Didn't listen.
That's what you want to do. That's not what I want to do.
True.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially like Father's Day, birthdays. Hey, what
I
you want?
learned.
Just leave me alone.
Yeah.
What my favorite thing, man? You want to give me something? Man, give me 20 piece. All drums. You want to see me smile? Give me a 20 piece, all drums.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Leave me alone.
All right. Before we get out of here, I got one more question, and I'm glad you're here to kind of expound on this a little bit. Do you think that when black owners of companies sell their businesses to white people, is that considered being a sellout? Now and I say this because we always talk about generational wealth. We talk about being able to keep stuff within the family. So if it's something that you built from the ground up, and like I said, for you, because you built yours from the ground up, if you were to turn around and sell it, would you feel that you were selling out?
I want to answer this question so deeply, but I really can't at this time. But I fully support. I'll use Famous Amos. I'll use Famous Amos as a reference. When I think about him, knowing what I went through with my business, like I started my business with $50 and a sewing machine from Walmart, and then I used to make stripper costumes and take the machine back every other day.
Don't buy a machine from Walmart. You the second person to come on our show
that bought
Walmart
machine.
shit and taking it back.
Maybe we need to do that. We're going to blow up.
Yeah, we might though.
How you going to blow up from it?
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Because Tony Carey, that's how he started.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's how he did that.
Well, that's
Shout out to
how
Tone,
I started.
man.
Okay. But I'm saying, knowing that starting from there and then wherever you get to, the amount of work. So it's easy from the outside. So I think about Famous Amos because we're talking, what's that, 30 years ago?
30 years ago.
So 30 years ago, a black man with probably little to nothing.
With an idea.
With an idea.
Yeah.
He was able to source ingredients that passed all kind of FDA regulations. He was able to regulate a recipe scientifically to be the same. Like, that is not easy. So beyond, he did packaging,
He did it all.
distribution.
He did it all.
All of that.
No paperwork.
It's your life and the paperwork thing. Like, we just saw that with the whole pandemic. Like, I didn't even qualify for any of the loans. And I've been in business 20 years.
Yeah.
Because you assume that your friends that are selling barbecue sauce and all this stuff
Got their paperwork right.
They only have the paperwork that they know.
Yeah.
You only know what you know.
That's
so you know,
real.
I need a business license. But you don't know, I need an occupancy license. I need da-da-da-da-da. You don't know these things because, you're talking about generational wealth. We don't have generational ownership. So you're not going to know what no one could tell you.
Right.
Generational knowledge.
Yeah.
And it's not because anybody's
It's
dumb.
just ignorance. You just don't know.
You just don't know.
Yeah.
How if your mom worked at the phone company like my mom did, how would she know to tell me how to get the papers that I needed? She was just watching me struggle with my business from afar, like hoping that I would be able to support myself like that.
Right.
But anyway, when I say all that, for Famous Amos, knowing what I have been through and how difficult it has been, the sleepless nights, the every single penny that my very first paid event for BET, they sent a car service. I flew to DC. But I'm not. This is not a brag story.
Yeah, we
know you're not about brag.
It's not a brag story.
But
no, listen to the story. Flew me to DC, car service again. Stayed at the Four Seasons. I met all these Cicely Tyson, Michelle Obama, blah blah blah. When I came home, I did not have I didn't have any gas. I had to cook. The guy I was dating at that time, I had to go to Walmart to buy a toaster oven because I was embarrassed to tell him that the gas was shut off.
Right.
So it's like, what it looks like on the outside is not what it is on the inside.
Right.
It never is. And like, now that I'm really ingrained in this industry, like, people that you think have certain things, they don't. So I understand why that man sold that, because if say he was making, let's say, $3 million a year, which in the kind of operation he was
talking about Famous Amos?
Yeah.
No, he didn't sell it. They took it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he didn't have his paperwork. That's why I said the paperwork. Yeah, he made all that, but didn't have no paperwork, and the company came and took it from him. Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
They did it on Shark Week because he tried to do it again.
Oh, man.
And they told the story what happened. Yeah, he got.
Wow.
Yeah, he didn't have his paperwork.
Well, my thought on him was that he sold it, and I was giving him
they took
grace.
that. Yeah, they took that. Yeah.
Wow. Well,
That was a good story.
I know. Twice I've struck out here.
Watch it's an episode on Shark Week. He talk about it. Yeah.
I never knew that.
Shark
I
Tank.
never knew that.
Shark Tank.
Yeah, it's an episode on Shark Tank. Yeah.
I've been giving that story for. I even say that at career day.
Don't worry about it. Well, they probably like, oh, she don't know. Okay, but check this out.
I didn't know.
What if you sold your business and had another business,
which is what I would do,
ready to go?
Absolutely.
So you still keeping things in your community,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If that's the plan, I don't see an issue with selling that.
Make it the plan.
You know what I'm saying? Because I jumped on Bob Johnson for years, but that was because of the content change that BET went through.
Right.
But then I see what he did with the money. He bought a basketball team, which ended up selling 100% ownership or whatever majority ownership to Michael Jordan. So the money stayed there.
Right.
Yeah, we lost Viacom. I mean, we lost BET quick. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we could have another BET. We just ain't nobody wanted to do it, or they don't have the lane to do it. We could have that. We could have Teen Summit, the news, and all that. Just somebody has to want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And put their money behind it. That's all. But I jumped on him for years. I can't believe he sold this to Viacom run MTV and all that. But at that age, I didn't really. It was more passion and not the knowledge of what happened.
That's passion. That's the right word.
You see what I'm saying?
Non-melanated people don't necessarily connect. And I've seen a lot of black people on social media that are selling T-shirts or hair products. They're not invested. Like, I've been making clothes since I was like 12 years old.
Right.
I love what I do. Right. So it would be very shocking to people for me to let it go.
Right.
But it would be in order to gain my life back, to benefit from the work I've done.
Right.
But you're right. So if you decide, I want to sell these glasses, you can't become so attached to this glass that selling the glass to now start selling coasters.
Right.
Selling the coasters to now start selling whatever this little doohickey is. You
It's
have
a
to
remote control.
Okay, remote control. Sell those. That's being a businessman. And that actually, we just talked about generational knowledge. Say Bob Johnson sold it and it wasn't to keep it in a circle of black.
Right.
Well, what if it was to now be able to teach other black entrepreneurs how to scale their businesses and be able to sell them.
Exactly.
So even if you sell it to another
Joe
country,
Blow,
who cares who you
whoever,
sell it to? Like that, we need to know those things.
The reason I back Flex so much on what he does because he cares about the product.
Right.
But the product is not even his goal. It's just his starter. You know what I'm saying? That's why I push so hard for him and for people to support him because of that. Because, see, I know things a lot of people don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that was never his plan to sell apparel. But he found something that he believed in and he did it. But the plan wasn't apparel. Now it's just what he's pushing right now. But he has a bigger plan in that. That's why I support him so much. You know what I'm saying? So
that he has a plan. A
absolutely.
lot of people don't start with a plan.
I don't even think this dude leave the house without planning how to walk down the stairs. Shout out to my brother though.
Awesome. That's rude intellect.
Absolutely. And if you ain't bought nothing, it's available.
Yeah.
Got short sets, t-shirts. I think he got a dress coming for the ladies. Women's shorts. Oh, he working. He working.
Okay. RudeIntellect.com. That's where you can find all that stuff.
Yeah.
Tell the people where they can find your brand.
I'm Jabri online, and that's JIB like boy RI online.com.
Okay. What you got, bro?
Yo, man, everybody this week, let's just live like this. Be the water that the seed needs to become that flower that grew from the concrete. I'm gonna leave y'all with that.
I ain't got nothing. It's your boy. I'm hungry. You call upon Sean. I'm ready to go.
Let's be out.
Love y'all.